We finally got a player exclusive shoe, but for the public, and it's kind of weird because I don't know how the masses feel about this, but I think they're kind of fire. Welcome, cool cats and doggies, to another episode of FiqNSneaks. Today we'll be going over the Air Jordan 8 Rui Hachimura, or Black Samurai. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you can catch all the content we have on the channel. At the end of the video, make sure you leave a comment below if you bang with it. Do you bang with it? And check me out on all social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook, because I'm out here. But let's hop into this review because I'm glad we got 8s back. Now, we always start off with the box, and this is a very nice box, y'all. This box is crazy. So, it's inspired by Japanese art, because he is half black, half Japanese, and this is crazy. I also want to let y'all know, this box is super heavy, maybe because his name is Rui, and that stands for Fortress of Base, and he's 6'8", 230. Maybe that's the reason why, but this box is extra heavy. I remember 8s being heavy, but I don't know if I remember being this heavy, yo. This box is like, damn, got some girth to it. Size 13, Big Feet Gang salute. You know what we do. You know what I mean? Twine, Gym Red, Black, and Sesame. And I'll talk about that in a second.
Thank you, LEC, for hitting another pair of shoes.
The game came through.
And I got another pair of shoes. Yep. Set up the little, everybody try for it. Friend hit it. Person hit it. Won it. Might now. Salute. Let's get it. Once you open up this box, this wild crazy box, you're greeted with some of the same art for extra tissue paper, like Japanese art. Specialized tissue paper with his signature on it, his little logo, Nike and Jordan brand, and then boom. Let me move this out the way for y'all. Y'all see that right there? That's nice. It's nice, and it's heavy. It's my first time looking at it. I didn't look at it before I started the camera. It's my first time, and these joints are heavy. So as you can see, this has some very muted colors, but we'll talk about that right now. Now, one of the reasons that this has black sesame on here is because that is very, very big in Japanese food. Sesame is also made in Africa, and his dad is from Benin, which is a French-speaking West African country. So his mom's Japanese and his dad is black, and there's Black Samurai, and that's why the pieces of black you see on the shoe is representing that. At the toe box, you start off with this Durabuck, and as you head up the shoe, you're introduced with some cracked leather. Now you have the cracked leather on the Air Jordan 8 strap that you usually get on the 8. As you can see, you also have that 23 in the middle, which is very iconic for the 8. As you head towards the middle of the shoe, you're greeted by more of that leather, and then you also start to get introduced with this twine material, which is another textile thing in Japanese culture. As you head towards the back of the shoe, you're greeted at the end of those Air Jordan 8 straps that says Air Jordan on it, and then you have these black strap holders, or placeholders, buckles. Yeah, buckles is probably a better word. That's supposed to represent part of the black sesame. As you head towards the top of the shoe, you're starting to get with more of that Japanese rich history. You have more textiles in the middle where these little potholes usually are on the medial and the lateral side. And then you're greeted with more material that feels more like twine than previously stated. At the top of the shoe, at the sock liner, you have more black material, which is supposed to be part of the Black Sesame, Black Samurai theme. I don't know why it's so hard to say Black Sesame, Black Samurai, Black Sesame, Black Samurai. Say that 5 times. As you head down the tongue, you're greeted with more of that Japanese textile print, and then you have Rui Hachimura's sign or logo on the tongue. That's in all red, and that's there to represent Japan's flag. Now, the laces, above all other things, are definitely the material that I think is more similar to twine. It feels like it's almost ropey. And at the bottom of the tongue, you're greeted with the same material that we saw on those Air Jordan Low Jades. If you haven't seen that video, go watch that. And I think that we call it satin, but I'm not sure anymore. When you do so many reviews, sometimes I forget the material. But it's definitely a different material than the upper of the tongue. If you look at the back of the tongue, you have more Japanese characters right there. Now your midsole is more of this beige army looking material. Then you have a thicker beige material for the rest of the midsole. At the bottom, your sole. You have black and red to finish off the shoe with your Air Jordan side. All in all, this is a clean shoe. I don't know if this maybe should have been the first Jordan 8 that they decided they'd come out with in 2022. But I do like it. Now let's hop into according to my calculations. These Air Jordan 8s came out at May 23rd at a price point of $225, which I think is kind of high. I don't know what it is with Jordan Brand when they want to call something special edition or a collab. They want to up the price, but I think that's kind of high. We've already jumped regular shoes from $190 to $200. $225 is kind of high. If you're a reseller, I think that when you start to look at shoes that cost $225, it impacts the money on the back end now. Obviously, I'm not all in for that, but we like to talk about that on the channel. These are currently going for roughly for retail to up to $265. But if you miss out on them and now you want them from like StockX or Go to something, there's a shipping and a tax and a fee that's associated with it. And if you get them for $225, they're going to come out to almost $250, $265, which I think is just annoying to some people. If you don't have a pair of 8s, I do think this is a really good starter, but you have to know that this is a certain style of shoe. You can't get away from the red, but the tan and the black is there, and I think that is really good colors.
Did they sell out?
They definitely sold out. They also had an Air Jordan 38 come out with it, which we'll put a picture up on the screen if it's the 38 or the 39.
I thought there was 3.
Yeah, so it was a 38.
Did they all sell out?
Yeah, they all sold out. The whole capsule sold out.
Nice.
So it only came out on the sneakers app. That came out with the 38 or the 39. I forget what number it's on because all those numbers to me are irrelevant unless you play basketball on them. And then they came out like this low top, black loafer looking shoe. All sold out. All sold out. This is a nice 8 to start off with. I think this will be the beginning of 8s moving forward. Hopefully we start to get aquas and shoes like that. Speaking of 8s, she actually just went out and got a pair of women aquas on StockX because they were so affordable in your size. So,
you know what's crazy? The box is the OG box, so they left the price tag on it, and I got it with fees and everything less than whoever paid retail for it.
Retail for it, yeah, which is
Anyway.
crazy. No, that's perfect. It's crazy that some shoe sizes later on people forget about a shoe, and she got it for less than retail, even with the fees and shipping associated. And in some sizes, it'll cost $200 more. I mean, you have a really sweet spot in terms of some shoes because, like we said, those 8s are nice. Overall, ironically, I'll probably give this shoe an 8. I like Rui Hachimura as a player. I like the concept here, and I like that Jordan Brand's actually letting athletes get their own shoe. I don't know why they're doing 38s and stuff, or rather than get collabs on older numbers like 8, 9s, 10s, and etc. 8 for me. What do you give it? Maybe a little lower than you probably. I assume so.
7. I like when they like actually take time and think of the colorways and stuff like that. So I appreciate that there's meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Some of these shoes coming out like GRs and stuff,
they just throw it out to throw out.
they're like, just here you go.
Yeah. And also, if you wanted some black laces, they got it. So throw that on there and make this a little less muted. Let me know in the comments if you're liking this shoe or if you're able to get any of that whole capsule drop. And if you like 8s, because I do like 8s. I do think they're heavier than most people, and they might be too basketball-y. But I like those things. So let me know in the comments if you bang with these. Until the next video, we'll holla at you. Bye-bye. I mean, they're so heavy that they're like a boot. Bye-bye. But they just remind me of like Barclays and older basketball shoes that were heavy, but
Clunky.
But felt good.
Definitely secure your ankle.
Oh yeah, for sure with the straps. And I mean, I always wear my straps. Some people don't wear their straps. That's annoying to me.